Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over the all-new 2022 Ram 1500 Backcountry. Yes, we already made a video on this truck, but we didn't have any confirmed information. Ram has now confirmed this as an official package, so now we can get into what this official package contains and then how much it's going to cost, all that fun stuff. So in the first part of the video, we're just going to talk about the specs, then we're going to get into why this truck matters, what it's competing against, all that fun stuff. Then we'll finish things off with whether or not you should look into buying one, and with all that being said, let's get into the video. Now let's get into what this backcountry is actually all about. So this is Ram's new entry-level off-road package. I guess yes, technically an off-road group on a Bighorn is the entry-level off-road package, but this is supposed to be the entry-level off-road truck, and it's just a whole step below the Rebel, and the pricing reflects that. This truck starts at about $41,000, whereas a Rebel base model starts in the high $40,000 range. So there's quite a big price difference between the trucks. Now, what does this backcountry actually contain? So it actually gives you skid plates underneath for protection, which is very important for off-roading, an electronic locking rear differential. You do get off-roading shock absorbers, all-terrain tires as well, and then hill descent control. So it pretty much comes with all the stuff that you would get with the off-road group, but at a much more affordable price. Now, on top of the off-road tech, it also comes with some extra goodies. So it does give you upgraded seats, and this is what I kind of guessed in the last video, that they would put seats similar to what you get in the base model Rebel in this truck, and that's exactly what they're doing. So it's a mix between the cloth and the vinyl. They're really cool looking seats. They're very comfortable. I owned a Rebel that had these seats, and I absolutely love them. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of those seats. Now, aside from the seats, it also gives you basically the bed utility group. So you get the cargo tie-down hooks, spray and bed liner, and then also the deployable bed step, and then the bed extender as well. So it gives you quite a few options with this particular package, and then you can load it up with extra stuff if you want. So you can get a backcountry and, you know, add some options on top of that $41,000 base price to maybe, you know, get like a bigger touchscreen, for example, or if you wanted a sunroof, you can add that stuff. But this is what the base package includes, and so again, it really is an entry-level off-road package. But again, it's not nearly as capable as the Rebel, right? Because with the Rebel you get a little bit of a suspension lift, so that'll go a long ways, and then also you get a better tire and wheel setup. The Rebel has 33s on 18-inch wheels, which are a lot better for off-roading compared to these all-terrain tires on the backcountry. So the backcountry again still isn't as desirable as the Rebel, but again, it's so much less expensive that it's definitely worth it. And then I guess I should mention also the exterior on this truck. So there will be some exterior styling elements. You'll be able to get it in two-tone, which will be pretty cool. So you have like the whole bottom blacked out, because the bumpers will also be blacked out as part of this package. The wheels are blacked out. They give you the darker taillights on top of that, and then they pretty much give you all blacked out badging on the outside. And then it does give you the front bumper from the Rebel, pretty much like that same style of bumper, and so it'll kind of look like a mix between a Rebel and a Bighorn, but then all blacked out is the best way to describe it, and you guys will see the pictures here with the video. But that's basically what this new backcountry is it's just supposed to be an entry-level off-road truck for Ram, so that if someone wants to have an off-road ready truck but they don't want to spend the money that they have to spend to get a Rebel, then you can just instead go for this backcountry. So this new backcountry is actually pretty important because it gives us an entry-level off-road truck from Ram that is super affordable, right? Starting at $41,000 is just absolutely awesome, and it gives us a real competitor to the FX4 package with the Fords, and then also the Chevy Trail Boss Custom, right? Because especially with that Trail Boss Custom, like, it was kind of like in its own category because it's this cool off-road package that's really affordable, right? It doesn't have a nice interior, but it's got off-road tires and all that kind of stuff. And so now we have real competition from Ram to compete against that Trail Boss Custom in that affordable price range. And on top of this being in an affordable price range, right, it's just smart that Ram's doing this because they're capitalizing on people's want to have an off-road package. And it's kind of funny, right? Most people that get these off-road packages never take them off-road, but they just like the idea that the truck could go off-road. And it's the same reason why a lot of people buy trucks. They'll never tow with them, and they'll never use the bed, but they like the idea that they could tow with it and they could use the bed, right? Or maybe they'll use it like once a year or something like that, and that's completely fine. It's the same thing with this off-road package, where people are probably not going to use it for what it's intended to be used for, but they still like the idea that they could if they wanted to, right? And so I think that that makes it vastly important, and it's really giving us a big range with Ram as well, which is really important, because at the top right now we've got the TRX, and then in the middle kind of we've got the Rebel, and now we've got this backcountry. There's still a few more gaps that Ram needs to fill in. There kind of needs to be a gap between the Rebel and the TRX, I think. But this gives us kind of a gap in between just a regular off-road package Ram 1500 Bighorn and the Rebel, and on top of that, it's just gives you all those off-road goodies at a much more affordable price. Because if you actually take a Bighorn and you give it the off-road package and you give it all the options that this backcountry has, it'll be more expensive than the backcountry package, and so it's actually a really good deal. And so if you're planning on getting any of the options the backcountry has, I'd recommend just get this package. And I guess that'll get me into going over things, whether or not you should actually buy this truck. And the answer is yes, if you're looking for an entry-level off-road package, if you're going to do some light off-roading, some camping, nothing too crazy or intensive, I think this truck will do absolutely fantastic with that type of off-roading. So again, if you're planning on doing, I guess, like crazy desert runs and rock crawling and all that kind of stuff, probably not the truck for you. But if you're going to go on like hunting trips, or you're just going to do, you know, some hill climbs and everything, you're going to have some semi-difficult off-roading, it'll do absolutely fantastic. It'll for sure meet your needs. But on top of that, again, if you are planning on getting any of the options in this package, I would just get this package, because the package itself will hold its value a lot better than getting a truck with those standalone options. And again, they're giving it at such a good deal that it's worth going for, because I think the exact price is, if you do a Bighorn and you do the skid plates and you do the just like the whole off-road group, so the skid plates, the off-road tires, and then you do the bed utility group that has the spray and bed liner and the deployable bed step and the cargo tie hooks, all that stuff, it's about $50,000. So you're paying like $9,000 more to get a truck that'll be somewhat similar to this truck, right? That just doesn't make logical sense. And so the backcountry is a really good value. Just understand that if you like some of the more techie options, you will have to pay extra for that. So if you want a bigger touchscreen, if you want like a sunroof, for example, some of the safety tech like the blind spot monitoring and all that, just understand, or like the LED lights, those are going to be extra options. Those will cost a little bit more, but again, overall this package will be a great value, and it's going to hold its value really well because it's an off-road package. So if that's what you're looking for, I think it's great. And then again, if you're looking at the Chevy Trail Boss Custom or the Ford FX4, this is the one to look at to kind of cross shop it. And I guess you could also pull the Rebel into this if you're looking at the FX4 because of the pricing of the Fords currently. But if you're just kind of comparing like what the manufacturers were intending these to be, then it's FX4, Trail Boss Custom, and then now this new backcountry kind of all in a line. And it sounds like I need to do a comparison video with all of these on the other channel. Trust me, I will be looking into doing that for sure. But that's pretty much everything on this new backcountry package. I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for this package to officially hit dealer lots. And again, it's a 2022. So if you're wondering in terms of the time frame, just because of all the delays with COVID, we might be lucky to get this by the end of the year, but probably expect these trucks to arrive on dealer lots next year. I think that's the safer bet, and that's why they're making it a 2022 and not a 2021 model year. And yeah, that's everything for the backcountry. As always, if you're stopping for the first time, I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe, comment down below what you think, and then if you do feel like my videos are of value to you, I'm going to include a link to my Patreon in the description down below. I'd really appreciate your support over there. I'll see you guys.